Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Truth Bomb, the quickfire conspiracy quiz show where I test the best the indie media has to offer on AI's official narrative with a truth bomb or two thrown in to set the record straight. First up today is the one and only Mark Devlin. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Hello, Johnny. Good to be here. Something a bit different.
Oh, definitely. We've talked a few times already. I've been on your podcast before. Can you tell me for an early point? Here you go. This is a chance for an early point, so take this seriously, Mark. What is Shane McGowan's favorite kind of Israelite?
Let's see. Is this a trick question?
No, it's very straightforward. He says it himself in Fairy Tale of New York.
Ooh, must have missed that one.
Oh, it's the rare old mountain Jew. There you go. Okay, I thought you'd know that one. Oh, he does. He sings it. Rare old mountain Jew.
Can I throw in a truth bomb to try and redeem myself?
Yeah, go on. Throw in a truth. Oh, always. Go on.
Shane McGowan was born on Christmas Day.
Holy moly. That's a good truth bomb. I like it. I will give you a point for that. I'm putting it on my finger because I've forgotten to add the counter to the screen. Okay. So how do you feel about taking part in a quiz show where the loser is castrated?
Well, I stand at more of a disadvantage there than my opponent, I think, on this occasion.
Yeah, indeed. Well, you hope so, but who knows nowadays? Conspiracies are wild.
If we draw, do you get castrated?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I already lost the ball in one of the matches, so I find that fair. I do. I did say if anybody gets anybody on this screen on one of the wankety wanks or 69 club, then I'd chop off my balls, and they did straight away, and it was
good
impossible.
to know.
Okay, but you're ready to beat a woman publicly?
Well, it'll be the first time, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay. One more question. Actually, no, there's probably a couple more. If you were put into a pit with a homeless child and forced to fight to the death, would you eventually stop going to Tesco's?
Okay, that's kind of a mixed question.
Oh,
I don't shop at Tesco anyway. I'm more of an Aldi guy because I'm cheap like that.
Okay, they don't have fighting death pits in Aldi, which is quite convenient. No, it's just, again, that's castration. You are a truth bomb virgin. How do you think you'll do considering that women are clearly mentally inferior to men in general?
I'm not going to make any bold claims. I do pub quizzes and I go into them full of confidence and often get beaten in them. So we'll see how it goes.
Me too. I do a regular Thursday night quiz and I nearly always end up third or fourth. It's very embarrassing, especially when I host a quiz show. Right. Well, taking on Mark Devlin today. Whew, it's the toughest tart this side of the Milky Way. Ickonics Charlotte Emma already laughing. I see. Trouble. She'll even laugh at me bad jokes. I tell you, Charlotte. How have you been since last we met?
Hi there. Welcome. Yeah, good. I've started with a bit of a cold this morning, which is throwing me off the scent. So
Me too.
Even bit my tongue when sneezing, so I'm a bit worried about how it's all going to come out.
Oh, you must have done something bad over Christmas, clearly. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll do well in this. We've met in person, of course, haven't we? How did your man feel about our last Kegworth Hotel rendezvous?
Well, he's a big fan of yours. I think he was one of the first guests on your podcast, wasn't he?
He was on my original podcast because he's such a lovely, lovely boy. I mean, I can't help but to love him. And anyway, he was there at our Kegworth Hotel rendezvous anyway. That was a Comcast, so I mean,
you aced it.
Are you ready to be emotionally and physically assaulted by a man like Mark?
I mean, I've always dreamt of this day, so yes.
Okay, for an early point for you, Mark's already got an early point, so he's already got a score on the board. Who washed more dishes over the Christmas period, you or your man?
I did a few this morning, but he has taken care of me over the last few days. Let's put it that way.
Oh, because you see, well, men doing dishes is normally an automatic point deduction, I'm afraid. But I'll be kind on this time and give you a point for having such a good fella. There you go. 1-1 there. Sorry, Mark. It is corrupt. Right. Have you ever played Wankety Wank before, young lady?
No.
Is that a coded question?
Yeah. Everything's coded. Let's play Truth Bomb. Round 1 is Wankety Wank. Welcome to our first round. And I asked honest and truthful AI for 6 infamous quotes from 6 infamous characters. However, I've sneakily swapped one of the words with the word wank. All our contestants have to do is guess the missing word. They can get extra points if they also guess the person behind the quote. Mark will go first, and then we will alternate. Let's play a Wankety Wank. So, Mark, all you have to do is guess the missing word. The opportunity will be handed across to the opponent if you fail. You can only get a chance to identify the person if you have guessed the missing word correctly. And we'll start easy and we will get harder. There will be an extra point in this round. It's a movie point for the first 4 questions. I'll explain that after we've done the first part. So the first one, here we go. Up on the board, if you see it there, it says, "Shall I wank thee to a summer's day?" Mark, what is wank?
Well, I'm getting the word compare.
Yes, correct. And you can see there's a man there having a little nose rub with someone on the screen on the left.
It's like
there.
Russell Brand and Robin Williams. Probably not.
Well, the person on the left, definitely not Russell Brand, may I say, is the person who made that quote, who wrote that quote originally. So I'm sure you can guess who that is for an extra.
That's going to be
point.
Shakespeare then.
Yes, it is. Apparently that's William Shakespeare. Though
a lot
it is
better looking
disputed.
than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disputed what he actually looks like. Yeah. So you can make one up. So you can earn an extra point here. Think about this carefully. I've thrown in a couple of these extras during this round. So there is a movie where Robin Williams says, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" All you have to do for an extra point is guess which movie it is.
Oh, he does say that, does he?
Yes, he does. In a movie.
Robin Williams movies. What's that bloody one where he's a teacher?
You're doing
like a poetry
well, aren't you?
teacher. What's the name of that film? Dead Poet Society? No.
Yes. Yes. You got it.
You
well
can tell
done.
I'm not too hot on Shakespeare. I'm stumbling around in the dark, but I had a lucky guess there.
You did well. I think we're all proud. I've Charlotte, you knew that one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I had got them right. So let's see what happens with them.
I thought that was a good addition to this round. Right, here we go. This is going to be for you, Charlotte. Okay. Don't worry. It's all right. Here we go. It was the best of wanks. It was the worst of wanks. There you go. One of my favorite of all the Wankety Wank lines so far. It was the best of wanks. It was the worst of wanks. What is it?
Is wanks days? Oh, times. Times.
I'll give you. I'll accept. You got that one right.
As soon as I said it, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, you knew. Okay, and do you know who said it? Who's that person up there?
On the left.
Yes.
Oh, I know this is the chase all over again.
Okay, apart from without any money. Yeah.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah, we like a bit of that. Okay. On the right there, you see an AI version. It's fantastic. It's kind of like they've mixed him with George Lazenby.
Yeah.
I think do you know who that is? That's not for a point. You can guess how.
It's been in James Bond, hasn't it, in the past?
It's William. It's supposed to be William Shatner.
Oh, right. Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, William Shatner. So William Shatner in one movie said it was the best of wanks, it was the worst of wanks. I will give you a clue. It is a Star Trek movie. And you've got to guess which one.
Star Trek. Oh, I've not watched one episode of Star Trek or a film. Star Trek, The Final Galaxy.
I love that you just went for it. That's good. That shit was good. No, I will pass that over to Mark for a potential steal. You've got 4 points here, Mark.
I'm no Star Trek fan. Star Trek 1.
No. Unfortunately, people will be at home screaming, of course, Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. The person I tested this on got it right that it was Wrath of Khan, but got it wrong that it was Star Trek 3, they said, and so they were castrated instantly. Damn. But that's good. That's good. Okay. So far, we have got 4 points for Mark and 3 points for Charlotte. Good. Next one is going to be for Mark to go first. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Ooh, these guys look pretty serious here. I'm sure that you can see them. Tiger, wanking bright in the forest of the night.
Mark, no
clue,
but the word shining would make sense.
Unfortunately, no. This is date now, Charlotte. You get to steal if you know what this is.
I don't know what it is, but we'll get 5 seconds to think.
You can have 10 seconds.
Oh, hey.
But I'm going to do the Benny Hill tune while you do it. That's
not off-putting at all.
Didn't have this one to chase.
You didn't.
Tiger, sparkling bright.
Oh, you were so clear. No, it was Tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. Okay, Mark, do you know who said that? You'll get a point. That's who's on the left, apparently, with the spear, though. Disputed.
In a word, no.
In a word, no. You're not going to have a guess on that, Charlotte? Charlotte, can you have a wild guess? Which famous...
Jesus.
No, it wasn't Jesus, I'm afraid. No, but, that would have been amazing. Honestly.
It's something he's there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but Jesus would have been 1,705 years ahead of his time in that line. I tell you.
I don't know, Captain Hook.
Okay, close. William Blake. Nice. Okay, I mean, it's going to be almost impossible, but Mark, I'll hand it back across to say, right, there was a movie where Tiger Burning Bright in the Forest of the Night, where Jodie Foster was in the movie. I doubt you're going to get this. This is super hard, but go on. You have a guess.
Well, it looks vaguely Pirates of the Caribbean-ish, but I know it's not.
No. Dangerous Lives of an Altar Boy. And no one was going to get Dangerous Lives of Altar Boy. Sorry. No one was going to get that. I do apologize, Mark. That's harsh for you. Harsh. Almost purposeful, almost like it was corruption, which
almost
you've got
like
to be careful.
Humiliation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yes. Sorry, I'm not meant to sound like that. Now, talking about public humiliation, Charlotte, just as we're going, right? Just as we're going, we see there's someone on the left and there's someone on the right for you here in this episode of Wankety Wank. And I will show you the line. Here you go. There it is. Big Brother is wanking you. Which, I mean, could be worse. It could be worse.
So watching you.
Yes, okay, watching. You got it. You got the word. And that was by who is on the left there?
George Orwell.
Yes, of course. And now there was a movie with Will Smith in where someone says Big Brother is watching you.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Now, that's not a remake of 1984 with Black Winston Smith. No, Winston is a good black person's name, I just have to say.
Winston Leroy. I'm not a big film person. But, Independence Day.
No. I'm going to hand it over to Mark here. Mark, do you know, or can you guess, which Will Smith movie could he have said, or someone have said, Big Brother is watching?
What is that one with
Donald
Sutherland? 6 Degrees of Separation would be a guess.
Oh, no. It was Enemy of the State, which is, of course, it's pretty obvious now you come to think
obvious
of
when
it,
you hear
it? It's obvious when you hear it. Okay, well, Mark, you are on 4 points. And Charlotte, I'm going to write it down now just to make sure I keep a note of it. You are on 5 points. We've got 2 left. We're dropping the extra bonus point for the last 2, though. These are the hardest 2, so you just get to see pictures of the people. So there's your picture. Mark, this will be you. And this is the quote. There are 3 kinds of wanks. Wanks, damned wanks, and statistics.
3 kinds of people, maybe?
No, unfortunately not. Over to you, Charlotte.
Lies.
What do you say?
Lies.
Yes,
Ooh.
indeed. There are 3 kind of lies. Lies, damned lies, and statistics. Can you guess the person who said that? This is going to be a hard one.
Oh, dear. I don't know why, but I want to say Isaac Newton.
No. Yeah, I could see it. No, it was Benjamin Disraeli, officially. Okay, right. I'm going to go on to the next one. There's no handing over the last 2, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, that's the way it is. This one's for you here, Charlotte. This starts on you. One got handed over to you. So it's a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wank.
Are you putting that on the screen just so I can visualize it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a bad person who should be immediately beaten with a stick. I like it. The truth is universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wank. That's how she said
it. Heart?
No. Handing it across to Mark. Mark, I reckon you might get this.
A woman.
Oh, very close. The answer is wife. Of course.
Give me that, surely.
No. There's no giving anybody anything in this, unfortunately. It's all tears and sadness.
You're very mean.
I am a very mean man. That's often what people say to me. Sometimes I'm just walking down the street and people shout meanie at me and they do like raspberries and stuff. Anyway, so Charlotte, can you tell me who that is? Who's showing her puppies to the puppies?
Oh, Emily Bronte.
Oh, no. Go on. I will hand this over, Mark. Seeing as you're a point behind, see if we can equal it up.
Jane Austen.
Oh, there you go. Nice and equal. After the wankety wank round, I can tell you that you were right with the Jane Austen there. Well done. And I can tell you on the wankety wank round, Mark Devlin has 5 and Charlotte Emma has 5. Excellent, Charlotte. You've been working for Iconic for a while. How are your shifts shaped?
Hey, very good. I've been there for over a year. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I've had 2 documentaries under my belt this year, which I never thought I'd be able to do, and it's just been a pleasure.
I have to say, you deserve. I mean, I'm for people who don't know, me and Charlotte, we worked together on TNT, I had already met you a couple of times by that point, so it was wonderful. But I don't think there's anybody who works as hard as you.
Oh, bless you, bless you. It was traumatic at times. The old,
I know we all had our trauma, but that's life, really. Life is constantly traumatic and full of people, isn't it? And people are unyielding, wieldy. I don't know. They're bastards, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
I would concur, Your Excellency. Yeah.
So even though you stand firmly against digital IDs, what's your stance on midgets?
Well, it's a toss-up bit, really, whether I call them dwarves or midgets. I encourage everyone to get handcuffed to a midget from one
do you go midget tossing?
It's on my list, yeah. It's on my
it's on my list of things I'm not allowed to do that I'm definitely going to do.
They encourage it. They like it happening to
they like it. It's a generalization.
Problem. Yes, it's everybody else is a problem.
I will tell you that once when I worked as the night manager of the Thistle Bristol Grand Hotel, the Restricted Growth Association, 350 of his members had their ball the weekend there while I worked. I was living in the hotel at the time as well, and it was wild. 350 dwarfs and midgets turned up. Sex behind cash points, all sorts of things I found during that night. It was amazing. I got some amazing memories from it, and they do like being tossed. Anyway, right.
Restricted Growth Association.
The Restricted Growth Association. They were awesome. To be honest, they were my favorite guests. And one pizza went for like 4 people. So I mean, that's awesome. Right, you're from up north, which is evident by your ability to swallow a manhole. I wrote that line. Sorry. Can we agree that southern men are wet behind the ears?
The majority, yes.
Do you think it's all the dog sperm?
Yes.
I'm gonna leave. Right, okay. Mark, are you from up north or down south?
I'm from down south. It shows
do you own a dog?
In how you say the word bastard. If you say it as bastard, you're from below Birmingham. If it's bastard, you're from up north.
A bastard. Yeah, bastard. It's true. It's true. It's true. So do you own a dog?
I don't.
Okay, so good. That's good. Just checking. Okay. You're a fan of history, yes?
Some history, yeah.
What have you got against
it is.
Yeah, what have you got against the present and the future then?
President of the future?
No, not the president of the future. God, he would be a hard one. I don't know. The president of the future may be Donald Trump forever, they want you to think, or Peter Thiel.
Well, I see what you're doing here, Johnny. This is psychological manipulation. It's straight out of Tavistock. You're trying to use the Alice in Wonderland technique to scramble my brain so I can't think properly when I answer the question. So, yeah, good work done there.
Tavistock does come up in this round.
Straight out of Tavistock.
Just say straight out of Tavistock.
Johnny.
And that's my mind gun. Okay, so for an extra point, here you go. This is a chance to earn an extra point again. I didn't give this chance to Charlotte. So, right. Describe to me the scene as Tony Blair and Jack Straw murder Dr. David Kelly with their own hands. I don't mean to laugh.
Yeah, okay. Was Robin Cook there as well?
Oh my God!
Might as well do him at the same time, eh?
Was he alive by then? Oh no, he was. He was died God just. Knows. Oh no, I don't know.
They could have offed Robin Cook and Stanley Kubrick the same day and killed 3 with 1 stone. You know.
God, that's some good conspiracying. I'm gonna give you an extra point there. No. You've just gone in the lead, my friend. You just gone in the lead.
That's not fair.
What's not fair? What's not fair? Tell me what's not fair.
I didn't get a bonus question, but I applaud you. Oh, well, okay.
I asked you a few questions. They just didn't come with any points.
You see, you scrambled your mind, just like I said.
Yeah. Yes. But we're going to scramble your mind more now. We're going to come to the specialist subject round where our contestants are experts in their field of study. They will be asked 10 questions. each on their specialist subjects, with extra points available for worthy truth bombs. First up is Charlotte Emma. So, Mark, if you want to make a cup of tea, now is the time.
Hello there, Johnny.
Hello, Charlotte. How are you?
Wish I'd have chosen the Spice Girls now.
Oh, what? You didn't choose the Spice Girls?
Oh!
I've written up 10 questions about Spice Girls.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't. But I was going to tell you that your 10 questions were on the Spice Girls.
Oh, God.
So you just did it to yourself. So what can I do? So I'm not playing games in your mind. You're playing games in your own mind. Yeah, you're doing the Austin Powers dance. I'm fine with that. So your 10 questions are actually on Pizzagate, which obviously 5 years ago would have got me castrated from YouTube as well. There would be loads of all the castration going around. Now you can almost say whatever you want until the next time they start banning us again. Yes. But anyway, okay, remember, I want the right answer for a point, and then you earn extra points by giving me a truth bomb, okay? Related to each question. It's got to be related. It can be loose. Here we go. 10 questions on pizza. What Washington, D.C. pizzeria was falsely claimed to be at the center of alleged child trafficking rings in Pizzagate? Remember, people, just for people who just see these, this is AI. These are AI-generated questions. So the falsely claimed to be the center that is part of the AI rhetoric.
Loaded as fuck.
Yes, so you've got to give me the correct answer first.
That would be Comet's Ping Pong Pizzeria.
Comet Ping Pong, yeah. It's so silly. Yeah, yes. Okay, do you have any truth bombs about Comet Ping Pong?
Comet Ping Pong is owned by a guy called James Alefantis, which is not a French anagram of J'aime l'enfant, les enfants. And James Alefantis was the 49th most powerful man in Washington, D.C. by whatever magazine it was at the time. A simple, humble pizza shop owner. Anyway, but I could go on.
That is wow. That is an amazing start. Of course, so that pizza comes with, great pizza comes with great responsibility, as it says in Spider-Man. Okay, so now you're going to find this next one easy. Who owned Comet Ping Pong, the restaurant targeted by the Pizza Brigade claims?
So, James Alefantis, who was the lover of a guy called David Brock, who owned...
Wait. This is a truth bomb. Have you said truth? Okay, good. I like a truth bomb. Go on. Give me a truth bomb then.
I had 3 truth bombs for the previous question as well.
No, that's not what I don't understand. Can you have 3 truth bombs for giving me one truth bomb?
I think
you're going to get points deducted, young lady, if you don't give me a truth bomb for this one.
Truth bomb. James Alefantis, who was the lover of Democrat donor and Media Matters for America owner David Brock. Okay.
Yeah, but who wasn't? In Washington, baby, everybody knows his. I'm not going to say that word. You can write in to guess what word that's going to be. On what date did a man armed with a rifle enter Comet Ping Pong to self-investigate Pizzagate claims?
It's just ridiculous.
Why would you self-investigate? What would they?
Because he was a decoy. He was an actor. He was on IMDb. And I'll tell you his name before I tell you the date, because I don't know the date, but I can tell you his name.
Oh, well, yeah, that might be that's not the answer. That might be a question later on. This has to be related to this.
May 2017.
Oh, it was December the 4th, 2016. Unfortunately, you don't get a point for that. You lose out a point. That's the way it goes. You're a bad person. Right. Who chaired Clinton's campaign and sparked the affair after his emails were leaked?
John Podesta.
a trustworthy man. Have you got any good truth bombs about dodgy Podesta? I mean, John Podesta.
John Podesta and his brother Tony Podesta, also a Democrat lobbyist, have a very interesting collection of artwork between them, which also helped fuel Pizzagate rumours.
I like you say rumors rather than conspiracy. That's what they say. Conspiracy theories made up by people like me. I take it they're like elephant pictures or something, are they? Or they're raccoons?
Oh, some very sordid, yeah, nice little fluffy hedgehogs and stuff. No, one of them, Tony Podesta's a famous picture of him in his hallway, stood on his balcony, and he's got like a lifelike statue hanging from his ceiling, which is like in the position of one of the Jeffrey Dahmer victims. And then many other associated artists that they like to collect. I'd like to get some of the pictures up, but some very like sordid kind of rapey kind of pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't put up pictures on Truth Bomb unless it's association, but we'll go on to the next one. You get a point for that anyway, without pictures anyway.
I was rambling then, yeah.
What was the name of the man who fired shots inside Comet Ping Pong, believing the Pizzagate allegations?
Well, again, the way it was worded, but his name was Edgar Madison Welsh.
What a triple-barreled name! What a surprise for someone who does such a thing. Can you got anything about Mr. Edgar Madison?
Well, he did. He had an IMDb page as an actor, but also the whole incident helped the rumours stop, so to speak, or put an end to it. Defined it as a conspiracy theory. Look, this whole thing got out of hand, and therefore it resulted in one man on a self-investigation taking a rifle to look at all the victims, the poor victims at the James Alefantis, who then went on with Megyn Kelly on Fox News, who gave him a softball interview saying, what an ordeal this must have been for you, when actually you can see how that man might have been placed there in order to stop it.
Nice. That's a good truth bomb. I like that. It's a little bit of your own opinion in there, but it is true. It is true that is very likely why it was the way it was. Okay, next one. What broader conspiracy theory is widely the word conspiracy theory actually turned me on? Got to tell you that. What broader conspiracy theory is widely considered to have evolved from or incorporated elements of Pizzagate?
I think they're going to say QAnon, the QAnon movement, the Q movement.
Yes. Have you got anything for the Q movement?
No, that was Truth Bomb as such, but I'd say that it did all come around 2016. Donald Trump coming into the presidential election race and all that kind of thing, and all these I'm not going to say spurious, but riddles kind of appearing on 4chan and Reddit, I guess, which got people talking. I guess maybe another distraction since the whole Pizzagate thing.
I think it was preparing to delegitimize information that was going to come out in the future. So they knew what was going to come out in the future. A lot of the early Epstein list, which was just a list of people that someone had thrown together, was put up like a way so that it was mixed up with all of that. And I think that was a lot of that was done by some of the people like Mike Flynn and the like, who were top dogs when it comes to 5th generation psyops. So yes.
And there was a lot of a whodunit kind of thing focusing around QAnon. Could it be John McAfee? Could it be all them kind of names? It's still ongoing now.
Yep, that's good. You get a point for that. Which conspiracy theorist? You got 4 left here. Which conspiracy theorist and host amplified early Pizzagate claims on a major platform?
Are they going to say Alex Jones?
Yes, they are going to say Alex Jones. That gives you wide berth for a bit of a truth bomb here, though. Anything you want to say there?
Well,
about Alex Jones? Any truth bomb about Alex Jones?
Well, Alex Jones discredited after the Sandy Hook thing and blah, 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 and purveyor of fake news in the eyes of the public.
Yes. Yeah. Quite a lot of people, I think, again, placed into that position to be a leader for these type of people who are disenfranchised and made to feel disenfranchised. Okay, that's a good one. Next one. Which police department investigated the Comet ping pong shooting?
Washington, D.C. Police Department.
Close. It is Washington, D.C. Police, but there's something in between. There's two different types of police force in Washington.
Yes.
D.C. something police.
Washington, D.C. State Police.
Oh, no, I'm not going to give it to you, but it's D.C. Metropolitan Police.
Okay.
They were looking for, which I think would be, it was a hard one.
What a rubbish question, yeah.
I know, what a rubbish question, AI. It's like you don't like humans. Have you got anything about the police investigation or anything that you want to throw in there on top?
Nothing specific about the police investigation. I'm not doing very well with these truth bombs, am I?
You're doing all right.
But what I will say is it'll be a whitewash. They're investigating themselves and they're complicit.
Oh, okay, I like it. I'll give you another point there. I'll give you. What type? Two left. What type of weapon did Welch use during the incident?
Long-range rifle, allegedly.
Do you know what type of rifle it was? What the actual name of it is?
I'm not up on my rifles, really. I'm not a gun connoisseur.
Yeah, indeed. I'll give you a point for long range rifle, but I won't allow a truth bomb. It's an AR-15.
Oh, of course. It always is.
Of course it is an AR-15, she says. Of course it is. I got one at home, actually. Turns out I got a collection. Okay. Last question here before the final truth bomb. Which organization originally published the leaked Podesta emails?
WikiLeaks.
Yes, it was WikiLeaks. Have you got any truth bombs about WikiLeaks at all?
A truth bomb about WikiLeaks. They also released Hillary Clinton's emails at the same time, which
I like it. Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know more.
That's good. That's good. Okay, and have you got, I always give an offer of a final truth bomb just about the whole general thing, about the Pizzagate in general.
Pizzagate is real, y'all. Unless AI magicked up all them emails, there was a lot of interesting coded words in there, which the Anons and truth seekers alike managed to put together. And what happened was the Wikipedia version of Pizzagate is not what they were uncovering. And so there's a lot of stuff still going on in this world, Epstein, you name it. And I know Johnny, you're the expert there, but it is all related. These people are wrong uns and deserve bad things to happen to them. Thank you.
You're gonna get that extra point there, and that was a very good round, to be honest. I have to say, Charlotte, you got 17 in total from that round. With your 5 you've already got, you've now increased your score to 22, which is a reasonably good score. You should feel happy with yourself, and you shouldn't get angry and go into a pizza shop at all to self-investigate anything, unless it's to self-investigate. I would have been fine if it turned out that he was just checking why his pizza was so late.
Yes. But there were also other things, a couple of things that James Alifantis, off of Comet Ping Pong fame, said we don't even have a basement. And there's articles where I think years before he'd been in the BBC News for some reason and talked about his basement. So there's a lot of things that don't add up.
Well, anyway. You can have an extra point for that because it's too late. The round's over. but you did do very well. Love you.
Thank you.
Mark, it's over for you. For your specialist subject round, you have chosen 10 questions on the esoteric aspects of the Beatles.
Right.
Is this something that you've done a lot of research in your time?
I have. I've done several of my magical mystery talk shows with my co-presenters Desiree Hall and Matt Sergiu, who's a real authority on this stuff. And if I embarrass myself here by screwing up, he's going to be laughing at me for the rest of my days. So I've got to fix up here. Fix up.
I'm sure you'll be all right. Fix up, look sharp. Yeah. I reckon you'll be A-okay with this. I know that some of these questions, though, are pretty difficult. I have to say, with the selection process, I've not been easy. Otherwise, it would just be one answer to almost every question, it seems. I think we'll tackle that in the first question. It's very interesting, Roundo, and I grew up to be a very big Beatles fan when I was younger. When I started playing guitar and playing music, I bought an entire anthology of every Beatles song in every instrument, and I just sat down and tried to learn every single song one after another. And they are one of the most interesting and intriguing and well created. Their music is fantastic. Their music is fantastic.
And then you read my books and you went, "Oh shit."
Yeah, well, I kind of already got through. I got through the fact that, well, the world ain't so pretty as I want it to look. Right, here we go. Let's go. 10 questions on the esoteric aspects of the Beatles. First one, easy. Which infamous occultist appears on the cover of the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
Well, that's going to be Aleister Crowley.
Indeed, there's probably a couple of occultists on there, though.
There's a few others, yeah.
Is Salvador Dali on there?
Not as I recall.
One choice.
William Burroughs.
He seems like he should be. Oh, William. Oh, well, there you go. There's a bit of an occultist. The guy used to hang around in Tangiers a lot with some dodgy folk as well.
Yeah, doing drugs and killing wives, that sort of thing.
Yeah, doing drugs, killing wives, little boys, all the things that you do in Tangiers. I mean, that's on the when you arrive at the airport. That's what it says. Have you got any truth bombs about Aleister Crowley or Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band cover?
His name is often mispronounced as Crowley. It's actually Crowley. Ozzy Osbourne did his track Mr. Crowley, where he mispronounced his name the whole time. And Aleister Crowley has been on many record sleeves, including a bust of him on the reverse of one of the Doors albums. Many musicians have expressed a fascination with the works of Aleister Crowley. He's like the original rock and roll superstar.
Yeah, that is true enough. And you can kind of see why. There's a little element of kind of like it projects out in the more selfish characters. I find they love. Yeah,
he was all about sex and drugs. Just rock and roll hadn't been invented yet.
True enough. Sex, drugs, and ragtime back then.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Okay. Next one. That's good. The Beatles pioneered intentional backmasking in which 1966 song from the album Revolver?
That's going to be Tomorrow Never Knows.
No, it's Rain.
Damn. Okay.
I know. Damn that Rain. Have you got any? You can also. I mean, if you want to give more details about Tomorrow Never Knows being backmasked, or if you have anything about that sort of that either Revolver or backmasking or the pioneering of the technique, you can get an extra point still.
Well, Tomorrow Never Knows was based on Timothy Leary's interpretation of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And it pretty much marked the turning point in the Beatles' career, because up to that point, they'd been all about love songs and they were just this pleasant sort of boy meets girl pop band. And then from 66 onwards, they started exploring mystical, esoteric themes that came through the following year with Sgt. Pepper. And they just became a different band. Their appearance changed, their demeanor changed, and they were just pushing social engineering agendas. They deliberately put backmasked messages into their songs. John Lennon, in a few interviews, admitted that they did this. And so they were passing coded messages through their music, which could be discerned by the subliminal mind, which doesn't need information to be presented in a linear front to back format. You know, you can understand the stuff in reverse. So they clearly had a comprehension of the way that science all works.
Yeah, yeah. And some massive links. And they hung around in places where the people who were hanging around in the clubs of the 60s and 70s that they were hanging around in, and the circles they were hanging around in, were wild people, wild. And they had many connections with intelligence agencies that were all employing MK Ultra style tactics. That's fantastic. I'll give you, of course, I'll give you
And many of them were on the sleeve of Sergeant Pepper pictures.
Yeah. Of course. So sad, isn't it? So sad. But in the same way, it's how art is created by negative intention as well as positive.
That's right.
Okay. Next one. In the Paul is dead conspiracy, what phrase is allegedly heard when Revolution 9 is played backwards?
Turn me on, dead man.
Woo! I like a bit of that. Okay. Excellent. Any truth bombs here? I would love a truth bomb.
Well, the phrase when spoken forwards is a studio announcer. I think it may have been George Martin's voice, but I'm not positive, saying number 9, number 9, number 9. And when you play that phrase in reverse, it comes out sounding like, turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man. And I've tried doing this myself. I've actually recorded my own voice saying number 9 several times. And then I've flipped it around. And it does, to me, sound as if it's saying turn me on, dead man, even in my own voice. So happy to have tested that theory out.
Yeah, so it's so weird, though. Oh, my Lord.
And the number 9 figures majorly in John Lennon's life. So it was his birth date. It was the date that his son Sean was born on his very birthday, 9th of October. And the 9th of December was the day when John Lennon allegedly was shot. And he lived at number 9. What was the name of that road?
Rillington Place.
a road in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I forget the street name, but it was number 9, and it just figures in Lennon's life endlessly.
Oh, I mean, I've been there, the place you're talking about. I did when I was about 19. I went round all of the sites in Liverpool to see.
Yeah, I did that last year.
Yeah, it's pretty special down there. I liked it. I find Liverpool one of the best places in Britain. It's just full of life, full of real people. Love it.
It's a special place.
It is a special place. Okay, this next one's a hard one. What 1910 poetry collection by Aleister Crowley is linked by theorists to the band's name and Paul McCartney's later band's name?
That's going to be the Winged Beetle.
Oh, good. Okay, have you got anything about the Winged Beetle there? Any or about the band names?
The Beatles' name is alleged to have been inspired by an Egyptian scarab beetle, which was a creature revered in Egyptian mythology. And we also have the wings part of that title of the Crowley book, which is said to have inspired Paul McCartney's choice of name for his band following the Beatles. So, according to theorists, Crowley's work influenced the name of both bands.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, you get a point for that. Indeed, the Winged Beetle. Okay, next one. In conspiracy theories, the Beatles are claimed to be a social engineering project created by which British institute?
It's our old friends at the Tavistock Institute.
Yeah, good stuff. Tavistock Institute of Human Relations. In human relations. Have you got any? I'm positive you can find a truth bomb about Tavistock.
The theory that the Beatles were a product of Tavistock was put out there by John Coleman, who was a former British military intelligence operative. And he put out a book in 1991 called The Committee of 300. And that explored the idea that the Beatles were pushing social engineering agendas directed by Tavistock to change cultural society in the 1960s. I would tend to agree with him.
Yep, I would tend to agree with it too. Excellent job there. get extra point there. Now, that name come up. Theorists like Dr. John Coleman claim the Beatles were part of an Aquarian conspiracy involving what CIA program?
That's going to be MK Ultra.
Yes. Okay. Give me something about it.
Oh, MK Ultra figures majorly in the music industry, particularly a facet of it known as monarch programming, which many famous pop stars and celebrities are said to have been subject to, which causes dissociation from reality and the creation of different alters, which can be programmed with different personalities. And this explains the erratic, unpredictable behavior of so many pop stars, because it's the MK Ultra breaking down. John Lennon is thought to have been involved in MK Ultra as a subject of it, and Yoko Ono is said to have been put in as his handler, because MK Ultra subjects have handlers to keep an eye on them, and often it's romantic partners or spouses. And this would explain why John was attracted, or maybe he wasn't attracted, to Yoko Ono, who was quite a bit older than him, and they had a very strange relationship, which is typical of that of a subject handler within MK Ultra.
Yep. And of course, I've done, for anybody who wants to go and watch a Newspace podcast, I did a fantastic one with David Whelan, who wrote the assassination of John Lennon. And it's an extremely fascinating book. The evidence kind of shows, points at Yoko Ono being complicit in many different ways with some sort of operation to end John Lennon. Is fantastically interesting. Okay, right, next one. It's good for a point. John Lennon's line, "I know what it is like to be dead," is in she said, came from whose LSD influenced comment?
I'm going to make a guess at Timothy Leary.
No, it's Peter Fonda. Do you want to give anything about the LSD influences, anything like that? Beatles' work.
LSD was a big part of what was coming through the CIA as part of their MK Ultra program in the 60s, and there was a British counterpart to all of that. So a lot of people think of the scene in California, the psychedelic counterculture. This British version was centered very much around London, and from sort of 1966 onwards, Lennon and McCartney in particular were hanging around various spots where LSD was getting put out there by bands like Pink Floyd. The Pink Floyd in their earliest guise were big pushers of the psychedelic counterculture, clubs like the UFO Club, with LSD bloody everywhere.
Where you don't write a song like, "I got a bike, you can ride it if you like," without being on LSD. I can promise you. Right, that is good. I'm really glad you came on the show. I got to say this because I really this is a round that
It's a fun one, mate. Makes a change.
Yeah, personal love of mine as well. In Extreme Theories, Replacement Paul is called Billy Shears, introduced in which album's title track?
That is in the first song on the Sgt. Pepper album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
And of course, it leads on to which song?
With a Little Help from My Friends. Things get confusing because at the very end they say Billy Shears as if they're introducing the new guy who's replaced McCartney. But the next voice you hear is Ringo's singing the start of With a Little Help from My Friends. So skeptics say, oh, well, Billy Shears is Ringo then, not McCartney. So it kind of muddies the waters a bit.
Yeah, it does. But you're right. I give you a truth bomb for that as well. For that little,
thank you,
tidbit there. Of course, Billy, a fantastic little way to move from one song to the other, though, as well. Okay, the next two, you've got to be a Beatles fan to know the next two. That's for sure. George Harrison's interest in Indian spirituality led to the inclusion of which mantra / phrase in Across the Universe?
It's Not Within You Without You, is it? Because that was his song on Sgt. Pepper. No, Magical Mystery Tour.
It's a certain mantra said in the original Sanskrit.
Yeah, I'm not going to get that one, sadly.
It goes, Jagaru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. But it's Jagaru Deva or Jagaru Devom is the answer. Have you got any truth bombs for that?
George's interest in Eastern mysticism was sparked by the Beatles' famous trip in February '68 to study transcendental meditation under the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who Lennon later claimed was a fraud. And the Beatles went out there alongside various other people. I think Donovan was on that trip. And also Mia Farrow's sister, named Prudence, who was the inspiration for the track Dear Prudence on the White Album, which the Beatles produced in the wake of that famous trip to India. And a lot of their music embraced Eastern mysticism and Eastern musical themes. And a lot of that was coming from George Harrison, who was more influenced by all that stuff than the other Beatles.
Yeah. Amazing. That's I didn't know about the Dear Prudence that was related to Mia Farrow. And Mia
Might be
Farrow,
the next question, eh?
Well, I came across Mia Farrow when I was investigating Gloria Steinem's work for the CIA, and later on Gloria Steinem linked in with Mia Farrow, and a lot of the Me Too movement and the focus on Woody Allen was partially sparked by Gloria Steinem pushing Mia Farrow to constantly push different things like that, and an agenda which, even if any truth is within it, was co-opted by what seems to be an intelligence operation. Okay, so last one before the final truth bomb. Which London bookshop owned by Barry Miles provided John Lennon and Paul McCartney access to esoteric and occult literature?
That's going to be the Indica Bookshop and Gallery.
Well done. That's a good one. That is a good one. You, my friend, are an expert. Any extras about that?
As far as I recall, the name indica came from a type of psychedelic or entheogen, like a plant medicine type thing.
Which is a strain of marijuana.
Yeah, exactly. In keeping with the spirit of the times. Indica was co-owned by Barry Miles, John Dunbar, who was a one-time husband of Marianne Faithfull. Also, Peter Asher, who was the sister of Jane Asher, who was Paul McCartney's girlfriend in the 60s, and McCartney himself, or some would say the replacement McCartney, Billy Shears. They were like the co-curators of the Indica.
That is amazing. That is amazing indeed. With you have Ruderalis, which is rare, is how autos are made. You have sativa and you have indica as types of marijuana that you can have. And indica is the best because that sleepy sort of heady feel. Most of the British UK cheese strains are also indica. Now, just a final one here. Final truth bomb about the Beatles and esotericism, or the esoteric nature of the Beatles in general.
There is an insane amount of correlations between the Beatles and the movie Rosemary's Baby. So Mia Farrow, who starred in Rosemary's Baby, is one such connection. You got her sister Prudence, who was on that trip to India. But Rosemary's Baby, directed by Roman Polanski, was set in the Dakota Building in New York, outside which John Lennon got assassinated in December 1980. And there's a scene towards the beginning of the film where a young woman falls to her death from a window in the building, and she lands on pretty much the exact spot where John Lennon would get killed 12 years in the future. And parked outside the entrance to the Dakota is a white Volkswagen Beetle of the type that appears on the Abbey Road album, and it gets splattered with blood right about where John Lennon would later die. That's just one of a ridiculous amount of overlaps and correlations between Rosemary's Baby, Roman Polanski, Charles Manson, Sharon Tate, and the Beatles. It just goes on forever.
That is an absolutely staggering little thing to end on. I actually watched a Roman Polanski film last night. Ninth Gate, of course, is about bringing back Satan. That's what they love. They love a bit of that. Excellent. Okay. Hello, Charlotte.
Hi. Hello.
Did you enjoy that round? Did you enjoy listening to that?
I always enjoy listening to Mark, and I feel if I win Truth Bomb, I feel like I've cheated him somewhat because that was really educational and interesting.
Oh, thank you. Well, could still go either way.
I can tell you that the points as they stand on the board, Mark has 24 points and Charlotte is just a little bit behind with 22. So there's all to play for. And still, remember, the top score at the moment is 35. So that's for this season.
Who got that?
That was a ruckus in the last episode. The first episode, Sam Chaney got 33 because, well, you know, that's the way these things go. 33.
Be rude not to.
Oh, hi, Mark. Tell me.
Hello, Charlotte.
Yeah, I pushed her down. You're clearly a Beatles fan, obviously, by that last round. Who was your favorite Beatle? Was it the black guy who used to play drums for them, the first McCartney, or Peter Sutcliffe?
Well, it's got to be none of the above. It's got to be John Lennon for all kinds of reasons. But I quite like Pete Best as well, because Pete Best is still alive. Imagine that. Somebody closely associated with the Beatles who's still alive. There aren't many of them. Pete Best is out there somewhere, and he must know the truth of the McCartney replacement. He's got to know that.
Oh, you got to know. Got to find out from him. Of course, for those at home, it's not Peter Sutcliffe. I was joking. It's Stuart Ferguson Victor Sutcliffe was
Stuart
the real
Best.
name. Yes, so which is fantastic. Excellent. Okay, another chance for a sneaky point here. Okay, this is a dirty one. If you go back in time and have sex with Hitler, who would wear the condom?
Okay, definitely the Alice in Wonderland technique going on here.
It's a trick question. Hitler was a vegetarian. There you go. He didn't use condoms.
Okay.
I know. Well, what can you do? I write these jokes alone.
I thought you did.
At least they make me laugh. Anyway, on a more serious note, although you've dedicated a lot of your time to music, you have dedicated a lot of your spare time to history. If you did, or if you had to live anywhere during another era in history, anywhere in the world, where would you most be at home, do you think? And what would you do for music?
Well, this might be a bit boring and predictable, but I just missed the 1960s. And I think it would have been fascinating to have been a part of things in California, mid to late 1960s, with the LSD, with the psychedelic culture. I've researched all that stuff, but it would have been amazing to live through it. And I think I would have enjoyed the experience personally.
Question is, would you have done the goat dance very well with Joni Mitchell?
Back in the day, probably not. But at this point in my life, why not? Nothing left to lose.
Nothing left to lose. Bring out the goat. Bring out back, Philip. Charlotte Emma, my dear.
You're silly.
Oh, me? No, I'm a serious person. Right, your turn in the spotlight. I've met you a couple of times, and each time I do, a new superfluous nipple grew. So my question to you is, how many nipples do I have?
4.5.
2, you fool! You just fell for what they call fake news.
Oh.
I hope you'll learn your lesson in future from this experience. Will you?
No.
No, good. Okay. Do you agree with any of the following statements? Here you go. Northern girl down south is like a donkey in a cake shop.
Yes.
Okay. The only good politician is an unelected one.
No.
Good. I agree with that. Yeah. Come on, ladies. £1 fish.
Your mum.
You get an extra point. There you go. We're gonna throw in an extra point. Seriously, amazing colleague in the past. Why do you have your fingers, on a serious note, why do you have your fingers in so many pies? You're always doing loads of stuff. You can't stop yourself. And I really want to know, what do you love to do, and what would be your dream role if you could?
That
do
is
anything?
great. Yeah. Oh, loads of questions there. I had to leave a serious job a couple of years ago because I couldn't contain myself anymore, let's put it that way. And I am just taking advantage of everything I can, saying yes to everything, because I cannot return to corporate life and pretending to be something I'm not. So I am me, accept it. And what was the other question?
No, that's it. If you want to be a dream role, being you, it's just fine. I like that very much, and I agree. Yeah, it's at some point you just. I really get annoyed with people saying you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. It's not up to me. I don't like that. I like the you should do as much as you possibly can.
I agree.
I'm being so bold as to fuse two famous people together who then come out with a new name. This is going to be a tricky round. So I'm sorry if it's too hard. The people at home might like it more than you. However, I don't want our contestants to splice together the actors' stage names that I will show them. So I will show you two actors. I don't want you to splice together their stage names. I want their real names spliced together. Okay. So I want you to splice two names together in any order. It could be their first, middle, or last names spliced together so that you can get a new person at the end of it. You will get contestants will see images containing two famous people, and all they have to do is take the person's real first or last name or middle name and splice them together. Then for a bonus point, you will be asked to splice together events from people's lives. And that sounds difficult. Let's see. You'll get it. Even our contestants don't understand what I mean, even if they don't understand what I mean. Charlotte Devlin and Mark Emma will. It's time to play Splice Up Your Life. So first up this round is Charlotte Emma, because, of course, that's the way it's going at the moment. If you fail, then it will be handed over to Mark alongside any clues you give him. So you won't gain a point if you only get half the name, but you will give that name away to Mark if you say it, and vice versa. So the first duo is Marilyn Monroe and Nicolas Cage. Now, I will give you a tiny little clue. I will say that, remember, not all of the actors change all of their names. They sometimes keep half of the name and they change another half for another reason. Now, you're either going to know some of these or not know them, and we'll find out. So you first, Charlotte. Marilyn Monroe and Nicolas Cage, as you see sitting up there. What is their spliced name?
Norma Jean Cage.
Unfortunately not. Good try. Gonna hand it over to Mark. Mark, do you know?
She was close, right?
Oh, she was close.
So isn't Cage from the Phoenix family? Would it be Norma Jane Phoenix?
No, he's not. So neither of you get a point
he's from the Coppola
here.
family, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, you got it. You remembered it.
Oh, yes, I knew that.
Yeah. It's unfortunately, I'm not. Even though you got it at the end, yeah, it would have been. Norma Coppola.
At least we got the rules of the game now, anyway.
Yeah.
At least you got the rules. Like I say, you'd understand as you go along. So, because you failed as well, even though you didn't fail, you did fail. I'm going to go back to Charlotte, and I'm going to say, can you splice together two different things about Norma Coppola?
Yeah. So a scenario. Yeah, she sang "Happy Birthday" to Elvis Presley's daughter.
That's a good one. You get a good point for that. You get a good point for that. Okay, I would have also accepted she had an affair with JFK while dressed as Dracula. Her tights were gone in 60 seconds, or she never did any flowery adaptations, which is a complicated one, right? The next one up Mark will go for. Well done, though, Charlotte.
Thank you.
The next one, Mark will go first. Here you go. Splice Up Your Life. These two. Because we got famous Snoop Dogg and Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury's haircut. Oh, you amazing man. Calvin Balsara, indeed.
Farouk Broadus.
You could have had Farouk Broadus. I thought you might know this one, from your hip-hoppy background. Indeed, you could have had Farouk Broadus. You could have had also Calvin Farouk or Balsara Broadus, I would have accepted. Or Cordazar Calvin. Cordazar, sorry, Farouk or Cordazar, because that's his middle name anyway. Calvin Cordazar Broadus Jr. and Farouk Balsara for those at home. Excellent. Okay, you did well there, Mark. Can you splice together two different things about these people?
So Snoop had his well-known track, What's My Motherfucking Name? Fred Doggy Dog.
That's good. I like it. You get a point for that. I would have accepted he was a killer queen of South Central. He smokes fags every day. Come on, gotta give me that one.
Very good.
Or he always did it doggy style. Just saying. Right, okay. Next up, Charlotte goes first for this next round. This is a very naughty one. Here we go, Charlotte. Here you go. No, there's no time on the clock. Remember, here is Charlie Sheen and Elton John.
Elton Estevez. Oh no, sorry, Reg Estevez.
Yeah, okay, I can accept because you said no sorry really quickly, and I didn't accept or deny. I know I tricked you out there, Mark, but you're ahead anyway. You won't mind. Yes, Reginald Estevez. You got in there quickly. I would have also accepted, of course, Carlos Reginald, Dwight Estevez, Carlos Dwight as well. Can you splice together two different things about them? Can you tell me anything of note about Reginald Estevez?
Reginald Estevez and his lovely partner David Furnish are winning.
I'll accept that. I would have also accepted he snorts like a rocket man. He called his Willy Tiny Dancer. Or he lived his life like a candle in the winning. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There must be a 2.5 men joke in there somewhere as well.
That's me. Oh my God.
On a treat there.
I got dizzy with how much I laughed about that last one. That's I gotta say. Okay, Mark, you could get this one. I believe you can make it back. You're now falling behind just a little bit. You're almost even. Can you see that's Bob Dylan and John Bon Jovi?
Okay. Well, thank you for telling me.
I thought it was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, or George Harrison.
Yes.
Yeah. I know, he did look like George Harrison, didn't
so, Bob Dylan, really? Okay. So, I can't remember Bon Jovi's first name. Is it still John? John Zimmerman?
Oh, you good. You did it.
Robert Bon Jovi, because that is his last name, but he just...
Yes, I'll give you. That's excellent. Oh, brilliant job. Splice together two different things about them then. Can you tell me anything to note about Robert Bon Jovi?
Let's see. No, I'm struggling here.
Okay, I'm willing to hand it over to Charlotte.
They were both blowing in the summer of '69.
I'll accept it. I will accept it. I would have also accepted he was wanted for blowing in the wind. He laid He laid her down on a bed of roses. and they had a very little woo-woo. Anyway, okay, perfect. That was good. That last one thrown in at the end. Excellent. In that round, Charlotte got 4 points there. And unfortunately, Mark, you only got 3 points. This levels things up, 27 apiece. Excellent. So after Splice Up Your Life, Mark has 27 points and Charlotte has 27. So Mark or Charlotte here, extra point opportunity to go ahead for whoever gets this. First gets closest to the correct answer wins a point. So you just got to get closest. You can shout it out, be first, second, I don't care. Out of 54 African countries, how many have A as their second letter? Now, while our clever contestants try take some time to think about this, I can tell you at home that out of 195 countries on Earth, 50 have A as their second letter. And maybe that will be helpful. Now back to the experts.
It's going to be a lot, isn't it?
54 African countries.
41.
Ooh. You went wild. You're hog wild. About on Earth, about a quarter of them.
25.
Okay, no. Well, the answer, you get the point there, Charlotte. You go ahead, 28, 27. The answer is 13. 13. So about a quarter, again, about a quarter of the countries in Africa, indeed, have that. I'm just going to note down that extra point there. Now you're behind, Mark. Going to have to...
I'll let you answer first next time, Charlotte.
You don't have to do that.
Indeed. Right. Now, okay. So, Mark, how do you feel about transhumanist child minding? Do you mind?
Never been a fan of it.
Do you think they'll have extra chips at lunchtime?
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly. What about you, Charlotte? Can you tell me why? Eh?
I think it's a very bigoted response from Mark.
Oh, I like it. Come on, let's cat.
I'm not woke enough.
It's true. It's hard to wake up when you're in school and you've only got chips to eat. Right. What about you, Charlotte? Can you tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache?
Ain't nothing but a mistake. No, I can't.
Yes, no, you get an extra point if you sang Ain't Nothing But a Mistake, and it happened. Okay, Mark, here we go. Each of these are worth an extra point. It's a difficult one. I've put the unthinkable that no one is permitted to say into 8 words, and you're not allowed to smile or laugh for 10 seconds once I say it, okay? You agree with this? 8 words, the unthinkable. Here we go. Flight of the Navigator, but it's Madeleine McCann. Taken away. 5 seconds. He doesn't find it funny. That might be because the joke isn't funny. We'll find out. No, still no laugh. He gets an extra point. Well done. And now you, Charlotte. Charlotte, you've got to make sure you don't smile.
Oh, I can you?
Can you? Come on.
It's easy for me because I'm a miserable bastard.
Here you go. Another one where you're not allowed to smile or laugh for 10 seconds. I'll be watching the time very carefully. Okay. Are you ready? 8 words no one's allowed to say. Elton John is straight, but it's little girls. Find it funny. Oh, you're doing well. Oh no. It looks like she's smiling. Oh, it's going up more. Loser smile. There you go. You've earned one back. We're back to 27-20. We're on 27-28 in actual fact. Good. As we enter the quick fire general knowledge round. Now we enter the quick fire general knowledge round. Our contestants will have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. They can pass if they don't know the answer. The round is over when they hear this sound.
That we penetrate the cabinets.
Here we go. And first up for this will be Charlotte. Charlotte Emma, my love. Hello. Welcome to the final round. You've made it. You've made it through this. You've done really well. It's been really fun and really enjoyable so far, but you've got to make it all of the way to the end. I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Okay. So you've got 90 seconds. Do not stop on any questions. Just say pass if you do not know the answer. Here we go. In what year did the UK officially leave the European Union?
2019.
No, 2020. It was 31st of January. How many prime ministers did the UK have in 2022?
2.
3. Liz Truss was in there too. Which British doctor is considered the most prolific serial killer in UK history, convicted of 15 murders?
Harold Shipman.
Yes. Who succeeded Tony Blair as Prime Minister in 2007?
Gordon Brown.
Yes. Which serial killer targeted gay men in London between 2014 and 2015 using a date rape drug?
Pass.
Stephen Port. In what year did Prince Charles marry Lady Diana Spencer?
1984.
Or 1981. In what year did the Scottish independence referendum take place, resulting in a no vote?
2018.
2014. In what year did Queen Elizabeth II celebrate her Platinum Jubilee?
2012.
2021. Who was the longest serving British Prime Minister of the 21st century?
John Major.
Margaret Thatcher. Which British serial killer kept bodies in his London flat known...
That we penetrate the cabinets.
I started, so I'll finish. Which British serial killer kept bodies in his flat and was known as the Muswell Hill murderer?
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
It was Dennis Nilsson. Okay, you got 2 points in that. They are pretty... It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. You round up before the very last round. You round up with 30. Excellent. So, Mark, you're going to have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. And you'll hear this sound, of course.
So we penetrate the cabinets.
Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
In what year did the UK host the Commonwealth Games in Manchester?
Pass.
2002. Which notorious house in Gloucester was the site of multiple murders by Fred and Rose West?
Cromwell Road, 25?
25 Cromwell Street, I'm afraid. Which British Prime Minister declared peace for our time after the Munich Agreement in 1938?
Pass.
Neville Chamberlain. Which serial killer was active in Ipswich in 2006, murdering 5 women?
Pass.
Suffolk Strangler, Steve Wright. In what year did the gunpowder plot led by Guy Fawkes fail?
16 something. Pass.
Yeah, 1605. Who became the UK's youngest Prime Minister in modern history in 2022?
Liz Truss.
Yes. Which Victorian era serial killer poisoned multiple victims and considered Britain's first known female serial killer?
Jack the Ripper.
No, Mary Ann Carter. Which battle in 1815 saw the Duke of Wellington defeat Napoleon?
Waterloo.
Yeah, I couldn't have had to. Which serial killer couple operated from 10 Rillington Place in the 1940s and 50s?
The guy played by
So
Richard
he
Attenborough.
penetrates the cabinets.
Go on, you started to finish.
Played by Richard Attenborough in 10 Rillington Place, but I can't remember his bloody name.
Oh, it's annoying, isn't it? John Christie.
There you go.
You also scored 2 in that round as well. So
What's this obsession with serial killers, man?
I know. Well, it's what AI does. I can't stop them. AI loves serial killers.
Also available for children's parties.
Yeah, indeed. Why? I mean, Jack the Ripper would have been a funny, like, if he turned up at a child's party. Come on,
As a drag queen.
Laugh. As a drag queen, yeah, probably Jane the Ripper. In actual fact, is that what we're going? Well. You both scored 2 in that. Now this isn't over. You are currently on 29 points there, Mark, to Charlotte's 30 points. Now, it's a risk that you may lose this just at the end, but there's also a chance that you could gain here because we've come to another end of another truth bomb, and that means we get the final truth bomb. Each of our contestants will have a final opportunity to gain the 3 points by giving the best truth bomb they can. I will decide the winner, though the winner can choose to do whatever they like with their 3 points. That's got to be said. That includes giving them away. We'll go first, place contestant first, and that's you, Charlotte. So you get no time to think, while Mark has a little bit of time to think about the final truth bomb. And that is anything that you think is relevant to people and that people should know that is being hidden. So here we go. Charlotte, hello.
Hi.
Glad you could join us for Truth Bomb today.
Oh, I mean, I've really enjoyed it.
It's going to be naughty now. Tell me what you think you want to say for the final Truth Bomb, what you'd like to leave people at home with.
So it can be about anything at all.
Anything at all. Something that you think is important for people to know that AI or the establishment definitely wouldn't want you to
know. Well, if we're going to go back to my specialist subject, which is Pizzagate, I think the truth bomb there is don't trust any fact checkers because they're funded by the people who are what's the word? Promulgated?
propagated.
That's yeah.
I grew weed, so I know that.
You've got Snopes, you've got Full Fact, you've got all fact-checking sites, all run by the same people defending the narrative. And so always dig deeper. As the internet gets more restricted, now's your time. Start writing things down. In the words of Johnny Vedmore, make sure you've got physical notes of things so that in years to come, when it's taken away from us, you can refer to your notes and spread the truth.
That's awesome. I like a bit of that. That's a good final truth bomb. Thank you very much. Excellent, Mark. That was a good truth bomb there from Charlotte Emma. You can say anything, though. You can say anything. Pull something out of the bag. You got to win it at the end here. 3 points could be yours.
All right. There is an episode of Top of the Pops from 1973 where Sir Jimmy Savile introduces this guy standing next to him as a disc jockey from Gloucester. He doesn't name him, but when the guy introduces the act, he speaks with a Geordie accent. I'm not sure that people from Gloucester generally speak with Geordie accents, but it would appear to be a young pre-fame Gordon Sumner who became Sting of the group The Police, which was a CIA creation, hence why they were called The Police. And it would appear to be part of an initiation ritual, which many people who are going to become famous must go through before they're given their facilitated careers. This is a dynamic which can be seen throughout the ages in the music industry, and I've shown this particular clip in my public talks recently, but it would appear to be Sting's initiation rites into the world of fame a few years before his career really took off.
Wow.
Sting being from Newcastle, of course, and not from Gloucester.
Sting being a bastard, of course. I know.
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Okay, I always remember, Geordie bastard. No, I'm joking. I love Geordies. I think they're awesome. I want to say this in front of everybody now. Just witness Geordies who like to stab people. I love them. I don't want any trouble with them. All right, just saying. They have got a special language in Newcastle as well. I have to say, if you actually listen to them, it sounds like you're listening to an Alf Garnett, an episode of Alf Garnett speaking away with his naughty tone. Listen, guys, that was an awesome episode. Really good final truth bombs. What do you think, Charlotte? I think you did a load of clapping there, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, a great fact, a very good fact. Is it relevant? No.
The clip is available to view.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a very good one, yeah.
Right, well, I am going to, on this occasion, hand that last 3 points over to Mark, making his points 32 if he keeps them and 30 to you. What would you like to do with those points, Mark?
Keep them.
Okay. In that case, I like a man who wins. Excellent. Well done. I can announce Mark Devlin is winner with 32 points. Charlotte, you come second. You almost did it. You almost pipped him. But I have to say, even though I do punish people slightly if they use their final truth bomb, they talk about this specialist subject too much.
Oh, I
Sorry.
see. That's fair.
You get punished. That's the way it works. But you also,
I thought you were going to give us a draw there, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, of course, but I'm not that nice. Well, I am sometimes. No, this is why I gave the rule that you can put the points wherever you like, because other people have chosen to do draws before, and I prefer that the winner gets to choose how they win, or if they win at all, or hand it over. And I'm sure one day I'll say that, and someone will just hand their points over to the other person and give away their victory. But not today, you selfish bastard.
I won't forget this. I won't forget this, Mark.
She won't forget this.
I didn't realise that was an option.
Yeah, well, I did explain that.
We could split the points and say it was 31 each.
Too late. I've called it now. I called it. Charlotte's going to have to come back for a rematch at some point.
I'm up for that, yeah.
See, I'm not that nasty. I just didn't know I could do that.
Well, no, you're forever tarred with a nasty bastard brush, unfortunately.
Although, to be fair, I did want to win, so.
Yeah. At least it's a moral victory for me, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's anything moral about Truth Bomb, to be perfectly honest. Gang, thank you for being involved in this. This is a very special project for me. I always enjoy sharing it with people who have been there throughout different parts of my career and helped me as well in being able to get my own words out when I'm censored so heavily. So on that note, thank you, Mark Devlin, for playing. Can you tell people where to find you and what you're up to?
The quick answer is djmarkdevlin.com. There's links to everything else from there.
Awesome. That is a quick answer. And I suggest you go, because it's not just one or two things. You know, this is a man who does a load of different things. And Charlotte Emma, come on.
Hello. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for inviting me. I do things here and there. Started a podcast called Charlotte's Web, which some people think it's to do with Web of Deceit because I'm in the Illuminati. Me. So find me on social media, Charlotte Emma UK, and yeah, that's it.
Excellent. And for all of those watching at home, thank you for joining us on Truth Bomb. I've been Johnny Vedmore. Bye.
Where were you all when I needed you? Where did you go? When they were making me disappear, where did you go? Elon Musk, I made you. Where did you go? Elon Musk, I trained you. Where did you go? You pretend you never knew me, I gave you a place. Where did you go? Elon Elon Musk, I helped you.
Where did you go?
Elon Musk, I loved you.
Where did you go?
You pretend you never knew me, but you knew me so well. Where did you go when your fair weather friends finally flip? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must let them fly. When your fair weather friends finally flip? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must say Jeff Bezos, I made you. Sergey Brin, I trained you.
Where did you go?
You pretend you never knew me. I gave you a place. Where did you go? Larry Page, I helped you. Elon Musk, I loved you.
Where did you go?
You pretend you never knew me, but you knew me so well. Where did you go? When your fair weather friends finally fled? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must let them fly. When your fair weather friends finally fled? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must say goodbye. When your fair weather friends finally fled? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must let them fly. When your fair weather friends finally fled? When your children fly the nest? When your boys grow up, you must say goodbye. Where did you go? 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 Where were you all when I needed you? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? When they were making me disappear, where did you go?